Hi guys, this is the advisor and welcome back to my channel. Guys, I have to be very careful in how I actually make this video because right now, me dey on chalk line. Believe me, I'm one of the most aware persons on YouTube. And there are several countries which I can't call them name. Right now, as you who follow me know, I've been demonetized again and then put me on chalk line on probation for 3 months. But let me tell you something, there's something that has to be said and I refuse to stay silent on certain things even if it means never earning a dollar from YouTube again. But having said that, since me I go really want little earnings, me I try to see, sensibly, you know, how can pick up. Certain countries' name I can't call, but 80% of you guys on here are intelligent because that's why you're here. That's the type of viewers and subscribers that I attract anyway, so you'll figure it out. The country's name that I can call right now is Britain. Guys, from the 19th of August to the 25th of August, the British government is seeking 240,000 recruits for its army. And it is seeking these recruits from the Commonwealth. 240,000, that's nearly 250,000 men, you know. And it wants them from the Caribbean and Africa. Once you're a Commonwealth citizen, India, Pakistan, Lesotho, South Africa, Ghana, Jamaica, of course. As a matter of fact, I think they have nearly 80 countries to choose from. And they want that amount of recruits in only 7 days. I'm going to talk right now because it started on the 19th of August. So it's now 2 days in and you have until Sunday. The question to ask is, why does the British government need so many soldiers one time? And let us look at it behind the background of the amount of soldiers that they used to take in previous years. Since 2010 until 2024, the British Army has only taken in around 700 recruits per year. And they take, when I say recruits, Commonwealth citizens, not the total army intake, but from the Commonwealth, roughly 700. And we must look at this behind the background that the British Army has an attrition rate of 1,400 army personnel per year. And when I say 1,400, what I mean is across all branches. So put it this way, they take about 700 from across the entire British Commonwealth. Then they only recruit maybe another 400 from out of the UK itself. So that's roughly 11 to 1,200 because every year they take, the number fluctuates slightly between 50 to less than 50. So they take in roughly 1,100 per year when the army had an attrition rate of 1,700. So year and year, they recruit roughly 500 to 600 soldiers. The army is down 500 to 600 soldiers every year, year on year, since 2010. So you reject so many army men. You reject so many possibly recruits from the Commonwealth. Year in, year out, because it's around 22,000 applicants coming every year and you take 700 roughly every year out of 22,000. The rest are totally rejected and you take less than what your army really needs. And yet all of a sudden you want 240,000 from the Commonwealth? As my brethren Ninja Man would have said.
Something alright. Something alright, yeah.
Personally, I think that a major war is going to start. People have been talking about World War III, and I don't know if that's imminent because World War III can only end one way, which is in a nuclear holocaust. But ever since the perfect parasite has goaded one Eastern European country to try to take on its major enemy, instead of going and fighting its own war, it armed that little stooge and send the stooge to go after the enemy that the perfect parasite created for itself. Now, it seems that the bear seems to be achieving its end, and Britain and the perfect parasite, realizing now that the game is up and they can't win, have decided to say, all right, let's prepare. Let's prepare for something more major. Because the perfect parasite and its vassals in Europe are not going to give up. And it seems where they are hell-bent on either destroying the world or maintaining the dominance it has over Africa and the rest of the world. Brethren, people, be aware. Britain decides say it easier fixing black people, its former slaves, over into Europe to go do its dirty work rather than to send its own citizens. And I think that is what is happening here. Me not say you as Jamaicans can go try joining up, because if you just go online, them have about 200 portals just waiting to accept applications for the British Army and Navy and Marines and paratroopers and infantry. Every branch. And you can decide which branch you want to join. But people, Jamaicans, if you don't go there and they want to send you, if you go fight against the bear, find on a yard. Find on a yard. Don't go back there, over there, and make the bear tear you apart. Them never stop poke the bear and poke the bear and poke the bear since 2014, and they think that the bear was gonna collapse. And they effed around and they found out that the bear does have claws. The perfect parasite seem to be coming around to the reality that they cannot beat the bear, despite recruiting all 31 of its little obsequious little pawn that it has in the EU and the rest of Europe. So I'm going to be looking at other countries who are recruiting hundreds of thousands of men, and I'll tell you more. But guys, this is serious. No country is gonna move from recruiting 700 roughly men from foreign countries and move to 240,000 recruits without a reason. And year and year and year since 2010, you have rejected out of 22,000 where you get every year, you reject it and only take roughly 700. Now you want 250,000. As you hear the great ninja man say, something not right. Guys, we want you to watch this one very carefully, because this has wider implications for the rest of the world. And if those 31 countries led by the perfect parasite does not attack the bear, and that major confrontation doesn't take place, what is Britain gonna do? It's going to turn around and it's going to move those troops to go into Africa to overthrow anybody down there, to take back any possessions that the black Africans has taken what was rightly theirs, and put back the progressive Africans under the thumb of both Britain and the perfect parasite. So guys, we are living in very interesting times. Just please be aware of what is happening. I'll keep you informed as best I can. And if you do have any questions, do not be afraid to call and ask. But believe me, this is major. Something is happening. Please watch out for it. Guys, thank you for tuning in. Like, share, leave a comment below. And I look forward to seeing you in my next video.